have recently in the last year have changed my sort of mindset around setting goals. In the past, I would always look at things that I wanted to achieve, and I would usually say, well, what's realistic? What do I think I can achieve? And that's how I always set goals in the past. But in the last year and a half, I believe I've achieved some pretty big accomplishments, and I wouldn't have made those things happen if I hadn't changed my mindset around goal setting. So the first thing I want to share with you is set your goals high. So instead of looking at things and being like, well, do I think that I can achieve that? Don't worry about that. Set goals high enough so that they are scary, but yet they are motivating. And why? Why do we want to set our goals high? And I will tell you the number one reason why. The number one reason why is because we as humans tend to reach 80% of our goal. So you may look at that and think, oh my God, if I don't hit my goal and if I only make 80% of my goal, then I failed. Wrong. Actually, if I look at what's realistic, and the bar is here for a realistic goal, but I set my goal to something that is way above that, I'm going to still get to 80%, most likely, probability statistic-wise, if I put the work in, I'll get to 80% of my goal. Again, if my goal is realistic, then I'm only going to get here. But if I set the bar high and I set my goals high, well, guess what? 80% is going to get me up here. And when I made that realization, when I finally realized that, it made sense to me because in the past, I always felt like I was treading water. I really wasn't getting anywhere. But when I realized it was because I wasn't setting my goals high enough, that was the first, light bulb that went off. And I said, oh my God, I need to set my goals higher because then I'm going to reach higher for them, which means I'm going to achieve greater things, which means I'm going to start moving in the right direction. So I urge you to set your goals high. Secondly, when setting your goals, when they're high, they tend to be a little bit overwhelming. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put a system into place to work toward those goals. All right. So every single day you want to start chipping away, working on a system to get you to those goals. So not necessarily like, oh, I'm way down here and I have to get all the way over to this goal. No, just start working on the little things every single day. Do something every single day that puts you in the direction toward that goal. And before you know it, you're going to be reaching that goal. The last thing is goals may change. And once I realized that, I thought, well, that's amazing. It never means that I'll ever fail at hitting a goal. It just means that as I'm working toward that goal, I may discover something else that is better than that goal or a better fit for me than that goal or a better path. And then therefore I'm fluid. I can move with it. I'm open to the idea that my goals may change as I'm reaching toward them. So all you got to do is set them high, start working toward them, and put a system into place every single day to work toward that goal. If new things come up and your goal changes, fine. Start charting a path toward that change. Follow things as they happen. Be fluid with it. Stay in the moment. Take it one day at a time. My last piece of advice is to write your goals down and put them in a visible spot, someplace where you can see them every single day. Why? Because it keeps you focused and it keeps you remembering and it keeps it fresh on your mind so that therefore every single day you can work toward a system to get toward those goals. So if you want to talk more about goal setting, feel free to send me a message or comment below or get in touch with me. But set goals, set them high, and go after them.